wanted to talk about why I believe that alcohol and weed and things like this are a means of manipulation and control. It does go back to, in the Bible, it does talk about you are supposed to be sober and you are supposed to be vigilant. Now, whether you agree with me or not, these things do lower your inhibitions. And whether it's something that was already inside you and you wouldn't do before until alcohol or something else you were under the influence of and then you decided to do it, or it was innate in you and you were going to do it. I don't know. I'm not the expert, and I don't know everything that everyone thinks or their intentions. But what I do know is these things lead you to do things that you might not normally do. And they do not, your mind is not totally sober, and it does not help you to make decisions. As a matter of fact, it's quite the opposite. And if you think about it, those things, especially people that had drank a lot of alcohol and stuff, you tend to do stupid things. Or if you smoked weed a lot, you tend to do stupid things. And they might be funny when you look back on them, but they weren't productive. So not only is the means of control to keep you where you're at and not have big goals and big dreams so that maybe you can get out of the situation that you're at and move from one class to another, because they don't want you to do that. But two, you're easier to control and manipulate because you will be under the influence of something else and you won't care as much about what these people are trying to do to you and people you love and care about, society at large, or the world even. You're not going to care as much because you're going to be under the influence of something that is temporarily going to make you forget about other things going on. And so I think that's partly the way they trap you. And another way that you might not think about this is it's constant instant gratification. It's constant, like, I want to feel a certain way, so I'm going to get these things, they're going to make me feel this way. And then it's not like having self-discipline and delaying gratification. So it's giving in more to your base pleasure than to have discipline and self-control. And I think that may be one of the ultimate detriments to us all, is when we partake in these things, this is what happens. And you might not think it's a detriment. Sorry, I can't talk. A detriment to our society, but look at where we're at right now. And I think it's just another thing that they can actually use against us. Another way we fund our own destruction. We give them money for these things, or we give a dealer, or even now with the legalization of it, the government's going to tax it, they're going to get your money from it, and then you're giving the government money so that they can give you something so you won't be in the right state of mind. So they're literally doing it to cause us pain or cause us harm, and then we're funding our own pain and our own suffering and our own harm. Wow, that's messed up. So it's just something to think about. Once again, it's my opinion, this is how I see things, but I think that these things are very dangerous for us, and they're meant to be tools that we can be manipulated by if we're not very careful.